How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Asshat Podcast on YouTube. What we got here is a double feature DVD. We got Cherry Falls with the late Brittany Murphy, Michael Biehn, and Jay Moore. And then John Ritter and Terror Tract Horror has a new home. Now both these premiered on the USA Network. They were not made for USA as far as I know, but they both premiered there. And this is kind of, now there's a Blu-ray either out or coming out very soon. I don't remember. A Cherry Falls. So the demand for this DVD is kind of dropped. Let's look at the back here. We got, there's no extras. Cherry Falls was a quiet little town until the night that a serial killer begins preying on the chief. Cherry Falls will leave you wondering if you should giggle or scream for help in this fresh and fiendish take on the teen thriller genre. Motherfucker, teen slasher genre, not thriller. Someone's systematically killing off high schoolers in the sleepy town of Cherry Falls, Virginia. There's a method to the madness and only one naughty way to ensure you're not the next victim. Dark secrets, darker motivations, and the blackest humor ever that hit the teen scene. Run wildest, idiosyncratic send-up of horror films. A fine young cast led by Brittany Murphy, R.I.P. Michael Biehn, Gabriel Mann, and Jay Moore. Prove that it's not always the innocent who will survive. 1999 October Films. Then we got the second feature. No extras on the first one, of course. It's widescreen, it's got subtitles, an hour and 32 minutes. He sells the American dream, but in this neighborhood, dreams turn into nightmares. John Ritter's real estate agent, Bob Carter, a likable neighborhood realtor who's having a tough time selling his 3 top listings. Sure, the homes have blood-soaked histories. True, the owners are all dead or insane, but these are top-notch houses in turnkey condition, ready to move in. When Bob takes prospective buyers Alan and Marianne Doyle to each of the 3 homes, recounting the gory details of the horrible fate of the previous owners, they become apprehensive about signing on the dotted line. Yet, unbeknownst to the Doyles, Bob Carter works for an agency whose incentive plan is so good he would just kill to make a sale. 2000. All right, show you we'll go into a little history of this. Okay, Cherry Falls. Real simple. It's a slasher. It's a modern slasher, late 90s. Brittany Murphy was kind of coming, peaking. This is before, her issues really came into effect. Her dad's Michael Biehn. He's a town like sheriff or cop, something like that. And in this town, some slashers going around killing off all the virgins. Yes, instead of, the typical slasher tropes of, if you have sex or, you do drugs, the slasher is going to kill you. This is the opposite. If you don't have sex, the slasher is going to kill you. So the kids in town plan a fucking pop your cherry orgy, basically, and it goes from there. And there's a neat little twist about who the killer is and the killer's connection to the teens are being killed's parents. The original cut of this film was given an NC-17. So they cut it down to get an R because you don't wide release an NC-17 film, especially something that's horror. If you want a theatrical release, because horror films are generally, the prime moneymakers for pretty much any movie in theaters now is people under the age of like 20. So they cut it down for an R. And then something happened. I've never got a good story on what. This premiered, it went straight to USA Network. It's like one of their, remember when the USA Network used to really promote the hell out of their original movies? And most of the original movies are kind of shitty. Like Cabin by the Lake 1 and 2 are probably the best ones from back in the day. This is, it wasn't originally made for USA. It's probably one of the best premieres USA ever got. So that meant it was even edited even more. Well then, I saw it because I remember reading about the movie. Like it was a year or so after reading about it, it was complete, and it popped up on USA. I'm like, oh, I get to see it. Watch. I was like, okay, this was really good, but you can tell where it's cut. And I'd heard about the NC-17. I'm thinking, okay, when this hits DVD, VHS, home video, it'll be the uncut version. No, not only was it not the uncut version, it was just the R-rated, which that's better. It's rumored there's like 5 or 6 minutes difference between the R-rated and the NC-17 version. The kicker of it was this disc was not in print for very long. Went out of print really quick. It was going for way too much money. I mean, I remember seeing copies, used copies selling for $40 and $50 and brand new ones $75 to $80. So I was like, okay, I'm never going to get it. I had, and Netflix didn't even have a copy for rent, so I couldn't rent it and copy it. I had for a long time, it was a rip of this disc, like a DivX rip, that I could watch. And then probably 2009, 8, 9, somewhere around there. I was looking around on Amazon for the add stuff to my Christmas wish list. I got 2 aunts. At the time, it was two aunts, an uncle, and a grandfather that go through my Christmas wish list on Amazon, order me stuff. I found this on there brand new for like $8. Threw it on there and put a little note like, please order this. Now I'm thinking, okay, it went back in the print. I thought, oh, okay, it went back in print. Well, here's the thing. This came out on DVD in like 2000, 2001. Now, the thing about DVDs back then is, and I'll show you a perfect example. Let's just grab something at random here. Okay. All right. Now, notice how this case is. Okay. Solid case. Solid case, you know. Got a place for this, got a solid case. That's how pretty much every DVD case was until about 2008 or 9. Then we started getting eco cases. Now, this was factory sealed, had the stickers at the top, had the seal, you know, the cellophane on it. It's a fucking eco case. I've never talked to anybody else that's got a copy of this that's in an eco case. All we can come up with, because everything, this is legit. I mean, I've checked it thoroughly. This is not a bootleg. And of course, now the demand for this has went down a lot because of the Blu-ray coming out. I think it's a Screen Factory release. I don't know about Tract. I don't think Tract has that much of a fan base. This does. All I can figure is that somewhere in a warehouse, they found the disc and the sleeve, you know, the insert here, the sleeve, and packaged a bunch of them and packaged them in these fucking things. Because not too long after that was ordered for me, the thing, you know, they sold on Amazon again. They were only offered by, you know, third-party sellers on Amazon. It was like $40, $50 for a used copy or a new copy. And up until the announcement of the Blu-ray, it was still like $30, expensive. Tract, it's okay. It's entertaining. It's one of the later things from John Ridley, you know, before he passed away. But man, Cherry Falls is just so good. And with this, I think it's Screen Factory. I really hope, I don't know if it's out yet. I don't own a copy yet as of filming. I really hope it's the original version of the film, the NC-17 version, or even if it's just R, if they include like a commentary and a bunch of extras explaining also, because this is one of those, I love the slasher genre. I grew up, you know, in the 80s, you know, born in the 70s, but, you know, by the time the 70s ended, I wasn't that old. You know, I was still in the single digits age-wise. I grew up on slasher. I love me some slashers, and I really thought this is something that, this is one of the few slasher films that come out post-Scream that really took the ball and really ran with it. You know, an interesting premise, you know, and did all that. Whereas a lot of your post-Scream slashers, you know, your urban legends and I Know What You Did Last Summer, they're okay, but they don't really innovate anything. This, you know, the twisting the trope around, you know, so the sluts being killed, it's the virgins being killed. Really, you know, it's really interesting. It's a neat idea. I'm going to have to get the Blu-ray. When I do, I'm probably going to end up getting rid of this because I don't watch. Tract's one that I don't watch often. And it's a single-sided disc. I don't know what else to say besides, you know, try to find it. It's not, as far as I know, it's not on Netflix. It's not on Hulu. It's not on any of the free streaming services that I know of. That's ones that deal in horror. It might be on like Shudder or something like that. I don't know. But this is definitely worth seeing. For a long time, the R-rated cut and the TV version, for some reason, were on Netflix. YouTube. Track this down. If you like slashers, track this down and give it a watch. It's definitely worth it. It's probably one of the best things Brittany Murphy was ever in. She's so good in this, and, you know, such a loss. You know, no matter what her death was caused by, you know, if it was suicide, overdose, whatever, it was just a loss. Girl was immensely talented, and, you know, let her demons get control over her. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.